Hey everyone, welcome to r/Tales from the Jobsite, where I bring you stories from around the web and listener submissions that show some of the wacky sides of construction, remodeling, and more. Today we're going to mostly be taking a look at people who work in the stores, the hardware stores, the big box home improvement stores that help us to get the things we need to do the jobs around our house. I appreciate you guys being here. Just figured I'd jump on and say hello, good evening. It's Saturday night for me, sitting on my almost finished closed-in porch 3 seasons room. Alright, let's read some stories. It's all an illusion. A staff member phones to say a customer is very unhappy that they've received the wrong kitchen. Me. Hello, sir, I believe you're unhappy with our kitchen delivery? The customer immediately starts shouting, ranting and raving, and complaining that he's not got the kitchen he ordered, he's waited many weeks for, this is shocking service, etc. This goes on for 5 minutes without me getting a word in. Eventually I manage to interrupt and ask the following questions. Me, can you advise which kitchen you ordered, please? Customer, white gloss? Me, and what kitchen do you have, sir? Customer, I don't know, it's blue. Me, we don't sell a blue kitchen, sir. Is it the protective film on the doors you're seeing? The customer goes quiet and then hangs up the phone. Alright, I can kind of see this from both angles. I get why the customer would be a little shocked and surprised and disappointed. Not everybody understands that some cabinets, certain brands come with a protective film over it, kind of like when you buy plexiglass, stainless steel sheets, they come with a protective, like that almost static cling type film on it. But for the customer to call up, rant, rave, and holler, and, instead of just asking questions first, getting the answers, before you get worked up, gotta be reasonable, guys. Watching the world burn. I've come into a large DIY store looking for one particular item. I know where it is and what I need. I just need to grab it and go. I get to the aisle and a reasonably smartly dressed middle-aged woman is stood right in the way of what I need. She's holding a boxed toothbrush beaker in her hands. On the shelf is the same beaker but unwrapped and put on display. She's very carefully looking at this box, turning it around and around. She pauses and then looks at the display item, then back at the box, then back at the display, and then back at the box again. I am transfixed slightly by how much thought process there is in choosing a 2-pound beaker. Either way, I stay 2 meters away and wait patiently. A few more minutes pass, then a few more, and I realize this might take a long time. Me. Sorry, can I just grab that there? I point to a box on the shelf. Woman giving me a long stare. No, you wait. Me. Fine. She's still looking at the same item and then looking back at the display. She opens the box, takes the item out, compares it to the display, and then puts it back in the box. She's completely ignoring the store's request to only touch things that you intend to purchase. She picks up the next one and does the same, and again to the next one. I'm waiting silently, keeping my distance, but growing frustrated. This must be obvious. Woman. You go away! Me. I really can't. I need that box there. Woman. Well, I'm not moving. She stands with her hand on her hips for a while. Then, realizing she isn't going to get a reaction, she goes back to opening the next box. Me. This is ridiculous. I turn to leave. Woman. That's it. You go. Leave me be. I exit the aisle empty-handed, spotting an employee as I go. Me. Hey, you might want to keep an eye on her. She's opening all the merchandise. Employee. What? Not again. We've told her to stop once already. The employee approaches the woman. Employee. Miss, you need to stop. My colleague has asked you not to do that already. Woman. No, she didn't. You leave me alone. I turned to see her throw the beaker. It was so lightweight that it fell to the ground far from the employee. She turned and scuttled away. The employee said something on the radio and walked after her. In the commotion, I forgot to go back and pick up what I needed. I returned a week later, this time on the lookout for Beaker Lady. Thankfully, she was nowhere in sight. People are crazy. Even a blind squirrel. I got automatically entered into a contest at work and ended up winning a fancy programmable thermostat that wouldn't interface with my house's older heating system, so I had no use for it. I tried asking around at work, but nobody wanted it. I knew that the local home improvement store sold these exact systems, and the one I'd been given was still shrink-wrapped, exactly like they came on the shelves, so I decided to take a chance. I went into the store and told the employee at the customer service desk that I had received this as a gift with no receipt, and I wasn't sure where it had been purchased. I knew it was a long shot, but was there anything they could do for me? The employee checked a few things on her computer, consulted with her manager, and a few minutes later, I handed over the thermostat in exchange for a gift card loaded with its full retail price in store credit. Not sure if any policies were broken or bent, but apparently being polite really will get you everywhere sometimes. Definitely. Most definitely. I'll make all kinds of accommodations for people in my shop if they come in with a good attitude and a little humility. Not kiss my ass humility. Just be a decent human being. That's all really anybody ever wants. But definitely being a kind person will get you way further than being a raging psychopath. It's all about me. I'm queuing in a small hardware store ready to pay. In the store there are plenty of tills and luckily not a long line, so there really is no reason for the guy behind me to start trying to push past me. Me. Do you want to wait your turn? Old guy. I want to pay at the till. Me. Yeah, so do all of us. Wait your turn. Old guy. You can pay at the self-checkouts. Me. They're clearly full. If a till opens, I'm using it. A till opens and he tries to push me out of the way. However, I'm a lot stronger than I look, so he goes nowhere. Old guy. Move, you grunt! I turn to face him. His face shows that he knows he screwed up. I look him up and down, grab a small bag of screws from his basket, and lob them over the divider. Me. No. You move. He stood there not knowing what to do. I paid for my items. The cashier and I shared a smile and she quietly told me that he's always in here causing issues. I would love to have been standing in that line when this guy grabbed that small packet of screws from the guy's cart and tossed him over the dividing wall between registers. That would have been sweet. Tell me what you guys think. Do you think you would have been ballsy enough to do that? Reach into the guy's cart after he'd been so ignorant and just toss one of his items so you'd either have to fetch it or, stand there processing for 5 minutes? Let me know down in the comments below. He must have eaten one too many crayons. I've just taken over a register for my coworker and checked out a few customers in line at the big box home improvement store where I work. Everyone who shops here knows they can use their tax exemption and a military discount together, provided we have their information in our database. However, the only information we're capable of completing in-store is updating or registering tax exemption permits. If a customer wants to register for a military discount, they must do so online themselves. The next customer drops his items on the counter and turns to talk to his friend. Me. And do you have a military or tax exemption, sir? Customer turns to me. Did you say military? Me. Yes, sir. Me, thinking he didn't hear me through the plexiglass or my mask, I move around and lift my mask off my lips some, still covering my face, and repeat my question. Customer. Yes, I'm military. Me. Great, can I have your number, please? Customer, instantly offended with a frown. I don't give out my phone number. Me. Oh, but you are military? Customer. I am. And he shows me his military ID. Me. The only way I can add your discount is through your phone number, sir. He gives me a look, thinking about it before shaking his head and muttering the number to me. Wouldn't you know, it's not showing up. Me. Are you registered with the store, sir? Customer. No, I'm not. Why would you need that anyway? I have my ID right here. Me. Oh, well, you need to be in our system to get the discount. Customer. I couldn't give a darn if I'm in your system. Me. Would you like to be? Customer. No. I give him his total without the discount, still remaining pleasant and courteous. Customer sneers. Is that without the discount? Me. Yes, sir, it is. Customer. I'm still a veteran. Me. Yes, you are, sir, and I apologize. Customer. Good, thank you for acknowledging that. An off-duty employee from another department waiting in line comes up to him. Coworker. She's only doing what she's been trained to do, sir. She can't do anything with your card. If you want your discount, you can go onto our website and it will instruct you how to register. You don't need to talk to her like that. Customer. Thank you for that. Nah, we're cool. She knows I'm just messing. He swipes his card without further fuss. When receipts are printed with military discounts, we're trained to thank them for their service. However, even though this one doesn't, I thank him regardless. Urge him to take the survey at the bottom and wish him a good night. Customer, thank you. And to coworker, hey, thank you, boo. Have a good night. When coworker's turn comes, she grumbles as she places her items on the counter. I served him back in flooring earlier and he was nothing but courteous. I don't know where that came from, but he shouldn't have talked to you like that. I hate being called boo. Yeah, it's 2021. Pet names are out. Sweetheart, sweetie, boo, sweet cheeks, whatever you know. I get it, Maybe the guy's watching too many episodes of Mad Men or something, but that kind of stuff's just not appropriate anymore. What are you so happy about? I've recently started a job/internship with a local construction crew as part of my university studies. I soon begin to purchase coffee for the two guys I'm working with when I get my own cuppa before each shift. I usually go to an independent local coffee shop that is open from 5:30, where the staff are super friendly and personable and will often have a joke or a chat with every customer who comes through the door. After about 3 early starts, the senior carpenter on shift holds his cup up and stares at it after I hand it over. Carpenter, is this from that coffee shop? Me, yes. Carpenter, ugh, I hate it there. Me, not a fan of their coffee? Carpenter, nah, their coffee's fine, but they're always so effing cheerful there. Me laughing, see, that's part of why I like it there. Carpenter starting to grin now. I can't stand it. Look, I just want to walk in and buy coffee. No one should be that effing happy that early in the morning. I just don't trust it. They should be miserable. There's just no pleasing everyone, is there? Yeah, there sure isn't. Listen, I'm no Ward Cleaver or anything. And if you get that reference, you're old like me. But there's no reason to walk around being a sourpuss and being totally miserable all the time either. There is a happy medium. Am I going to walk around with a smile plastered on my face like I'm medicated? No. But, in general, I like to be a fairly upbeat guy. Never good enough. I fill online orders for the home improvement store where I work. We have this one customer who's a massive pain to shop for. She is super, super picky. We can have 3 different managers look over her order and verify that everything is correct and looks good, and she'll still call and complain. This lady's been banned from every other store in our district. Unfortunately for us, right before she started shopping at our store, we got a new district manager who won't let us ban her because she's a paying customer, so we're forced to put up with her. She will threaten to call corporate if we dare to contradict her on anything, which just adds to the tension. I shop her order today, and I'm extra careful when picking items, especially in the paint section. The last time she had an order, she managed to get a $50 credit from one of the managers, so I know I cannot mess up this order in any way, shape, or form. When I'm done, I get a different manager to look over her order, and then he has to watch me call her. She once gave us a bad number, refused to admit it, and then kept complaining that we never called her. So now a manager has to verify that yes, we did actually call her. I call her and go over her out-of-stock items and verify the substitutions I was able to make, and she drops this. Customer, can you go over my entire order? This lady has more money than sense, so her orders are always freaking huge. The order is mostly paint, small bits of curtain hardware, and what felt like 1,000 pieces of cabinet hardware, so I'm hoping it won't take very long. Me. Sure, give me a moment to pull up your original order. The coworker's on the computer. This coworker has a bit of an abrasive personality, but she's a good worker. Me. Hey, can you pull up customer's order, please? Coworker. Okay. It's taking a little while for the computer to respond. Me to the customer. Sorry, our computer's being a little slow right now. Coworker. What does she want? Me. She wants me to go over her whole order with her. Coworker. What? She's crazy. Tell her no. We don't have time for that. Manager. Yeah, you really don't have time. Customer. Cancel my order. Me. Cancel it? Customer. Yeah, I didn't like the way she sounded. Click. I put the phone down in disbelief. I spent almost an hour and a half shopping this order, scrutinizing over every little thing that she could possibly complain about. Manager. Why does she want to cancel it? Me. She didn't like the way coworker sounded in the background. Coworker. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Manager. What's her phone number? I gave him the number and he went into his office to call her back. He told her that if she canceled the order, then she'd need to start shopping somewhere else. So far, she hasn't placed another order with us, so hopefully we'll never see her again. And that's how we accidentally got rid of a problem customer. I'll bet if you knew it was that easy, you'd have done it long ago. She's probably right. The customer probably has way more money than sense, and a lot more time on her hands than she has any right to have. Hey guys, thanks for hanging out with me today. If you've enjoyed this content, would you do me a favor? Give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell icon so you don't miss the fat guy with the beard telling you stories. And maybe next time, I'll have my beard fixed up for that one listener. By the way, if you're listening, listener, I'm just busting on you. Kind of like that crayon eater in the other story. See ya!